tabulation of bids. Is there a motion?
Second.
Moving to a vote, favoring, opposed, items carried.
Okay, under the ordinance category, items 5 through 12 have been removed for separate consideration. Just need a vote on the balance.
Moving to a vote, favoring, opposed, items carried.
Okay, items removed for separate consideration. Item 5 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 6 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 7 is an ordinance.
Tag.
Item number 7 has been tagged by Councilmember Vice Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Item 8 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, we have discussion, Councilmember Pennington.
I'd like to congratulate the staff for negotiating this rather than litigating it. And I've just read a request for council action. It looks like there were substantial negotiations and perhaps some give and take on both sides. And I think that's a good way to proceed. Thank you very much.
Councilmember Boykins.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to concur with what Councilmember Pennington said on behalf of this negotiation. Dave, I had an opportunity to meet with the president of Centerpoint, and the collaboration between the city and corporations, I think, there are so many opportunities for us to work together going forward, and I look forward to doing that, representing the city. But this is a great start, and I just want to commend you guys on making this thing work.
I just definitely want to thank Attorney Feldman and his team. I know we had a lot of discussion when this item came before council at the time. Glad to see that there were productive discussions and obviously us trying to be good stewards of making sure our taxpayers are being well protected here in this region. So thank you for a job well done. Just need a vote, no more discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 9 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 10 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
Item 11 is an ordinance.
Discussion, Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mr. On this particular item, there is a waiver, another waiver for OBL in this one. So I'm going to request a meeting with OBL and tag this man.
Okay, Councilmember, we do have another councilmember that wishes to speak.
I'll release the tag.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Laster.
Thank you, Councilmember, for releasing the tag. I had a number of questions about this particular item, and I just want to thank personally Ms. Barton and the Health Department for being so responsive to a series of questions that I asked her, and I'll be glad to share the answers to those questions to other council members that wanted to know. As you can see, we're looking at a very large contract for a 3-year time period that is designed to do something that's important in this city, and that's remediate lead-based paint. One of the things that has just kind of caught my attention is that we've apparently, through this program, spent $30 million over the last multiple years addressing that issue, which that seems like a monumental effort. And I'd like to learn just a little bit more about that, so I'll join in the tag. And I want to thank the Health Department for bringing us up to speed, and I look forward to getting some more information on this.
Thank you. No further discussion. I've been tagged by Councilmembers Green and Laster.
Okay, item 12 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
That completes the items that were listed on the consent agenda. Under matters held, item 15 is an ordinance.
Discussion, Councilmember Davis.
Thank you. I had an opportunity to meet with Clay Pope and Cliff Johnson this week to discuss this in Public Works. So I want to thank Director Daniel Kruger for setting it up. And special thanks to Ms. Keitha Caraway. Last week we talked about eliminating the 3% the minority, small, women-owned businesses to have an opportunity with this. And, you know, as I told them, I sit here and I look at the district that I represent as well as the city of Houston. The money comes in through different variety of races and ethnicities and people. So I believe the money should go back out in the same manner when possible. So I want to thank Ms. Caraway for going to the, again, bringing everyone together, committing to making sure that Cliff and Clay allow an opportunity for someone else to, you know, get their foot in the door on the state level and work in the state. So I want to appreciate, I want to thank her and appreciate the director for helping to make sure that this happens. And I'm looking forward to seeing this happen throughout the next year.
Appreciate your involvement in it. Councilmember Boyd.
Thank you, Mayor. I had an opportunity also to meet with Ms. Kipper Caraway on yesterday regarding this contract and its MWB participation. And we had a very in-depth conversation, Mayor, about participation on specific type tasks. Let's say this is wastewater here. And one of the concerns I had, and I think we're moving in the right direction, is that in the government affairs the area of government affairs, you tend to find lawyers or people that specialize in certain areas, but there are others that can learn that trade. And as we try to increase that number of minority participating on these state and federal contracts, we need to make certain we reach out to these Houston firms, and whether it's a MWB or a Prime. And I look forward to take this discussion even further as we move forward with the state and the federal contracts. We're the largest, I truly believe, we're the largest city in Houston, in Texas. We have the Dean of the Senate in Houston. We have the Dean of the House in Houston. We have the largest delegation. We have qualified people. And I think we need to start thinking that way as we start looking at government contracts, how we can best work around our Hire Houston first. I understand again the complexity of these firms that specialize in certain areas, but we have some trained, qualified people that does this kind of work in Houston, and we need to sort of start thinking that way. And I look forward to that discussion going further with the state and federal contracts.
Thank you very much, Councilmember. Appreciate it. Councilmember Pennington.
Well, I'd just like to second Councilmember Boykins, and I believe I'm correct when I looked at the request for council action that there was only one proposal for this project. It was a group that would have supported the contract, which I think is a bad sign that nobody thought they had a chance to do it. I think it would have been better more for everybody if we'd been able to attract more proposals.
Thank you. Councilmember Boykins.
One, I'm glad Councilman Pennington brought that up. What typically happens, and I'm not saying it happened in this case, you can write the scope where only one person can qualify. And I mean, I've been doing this for a long time and I understand how that works. Or set up a criteria where it eliminates you from participating because of the way the scope is written. So I think we need to just kind of, if we're focusing on Hire Houston first, and we're serious about that, and we have qualified and talented people in Houston, we need to be mindful of how we're eliminating people from the process.
And Councilmembers, I think that we would all agree that this firm is very highly qualified. This is a very specialized area of expertise, and we've seen significant accomplishments working with them. However, I think from the conversation around the table, there's always room to grow and maybe grow the expertise of other local companies or identify companies can already do the work and find opportunities for them. So I think that's a reasonable request. And it sounds like there's already some conversations, thanks to leadership around the table, to try to expand that conversation and find those firms. So, hopefully those efforts can be productive in the future. No further discussion, just moving to vote. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
And that completes the item listed on the agenda.
Thank you very much. That completes the agenda. We now move to council member comments. Chair recognizes